5D this evening is a presentation by 4 veterans groups to unveil signs designating Red Wing as a Purple Heart community.
Thank you again. So I'm going to call members to join me up here at the lectern. If you could come when I call your organization, come up by group. So we'll start with the Military Order of the Purple Heart. Second, the Marine Corps League. Third, the VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars. And finally, but not least, the American Legion. These folks have all come to present to unveil the signs designating Red Wing as a Purple Heart community. And here's the sign. Here. I'll put it on the screen here. Purple Heart. And Richard J. Johnson, who is the leader of the Purple Heart, you can say a few words about it?
Well, thank you very much, Mayor. This all started with your recognition of Red Wing as a Purple Heart community, really, through your proclamation in June. Following that, other communities were following along, and from St. Paul, some generous organization up there decided that every Purple Heart community should get 2 signs that will identify their community when they come into the cities. And at this stage, we looked at all the opportunities to arrive at Red Wing, so we felt we needed a few more signs. So what happened in this particular case, our military organizations got together, and the American Legion, the VFW, Marine Corps League, and the Purple Heart here in Red Wing donated money for these signs. And we will pass them on to Public Works here, and I've talked to them, and they have points that they're going to place them, so you'll see them when you come into Red Wing. I want to thank you very much, because these signs recognize the men who were wounded, but the names that are out there in our Veterans Park who gave all. Sometimes we say in the Purple Heart, all gave some blood, but some gave everything. So with that, it's a pleasure to be here and to present that to you.
Okay, representing Public Works will be Lynn Nardiger.
Yes. Where's Lynn?
Lynn is right. Coming right.
He's here someplace. I want to introduce also the state commander, past commander, Al Holton from Lake City. Pleasure to have you with us, Al. And
so
maybe I'll say something.
Let's introduce each of you. Introduce yourselves. Just come up here to introduce, and then we're going to gather right in here and face this way for a picture.
Maybe Al can say a few words.
Sure.
I'm Al Holton, another one of those that I was Deputy Sheriff of Wabash County for a while, and then I got to be a Veteran Service Officer of Wabash and a State Commander. Well, as a Veteran Service Officer, of course, you get overwhelmed by veterans, but this speaks volumes of your community, that doing this proclamation and accepting the signs to make those coming through our beautiful river. And I live on 61, just downriver here a little way. What do they call it? Where they learn how to water ski? Whatever that town is down here. Anyhow, it does speak volumes of the community up here. I do get up here quite often. You have a few things that Lake City doesn't have, so I do have to come up this way, and I come through on the way to the cities for veterans business mostly. Anyway, I want to thank you all for doing this. It does speak well of the community. The communities that raise the money and the organizations. I'm a member of all these organizations. The Marine Corps League, I put 31 years in it with the Army, so
that's all right, we'll accept that.
Somebody had to take care of the Marines when they got in trouble, you know.
Okay.
Tom Gade, Commandant, Marine Corps League, Red Wing Detachment 510.
Nick Eben, Marine Corps League.
Jim Lutke, Marine Corps League.
Jim Leisen, C., a life member of both the Legion and the VFW.
Dick Lubin, past commander of the American Legion. Joyce Maldonado, the commander of the 1218 VFW.
Daryl Nelson, U.S. Navy, 2 tours in Nam, 1 on the rivers.
Ted Dapanella, VFW and American Legion, and also the county driver for the vets going up to the VA hospital.
Jim Lee, VFW and Legion.
Stasha Doty, VFW and American Legion, now belong to Marine Corps League also. I had 2 tours in our Operation Iraqi Freedom.
I'm Katie Keel, and I'm with the Legion.
Dennis Koenig, American Legion, Red Wing.
Carol Stordahl, American Legion, Red Wing.
John Stordahl, American Legion, VFW, and retired USAF.
Eugene Liefeld, past commander, American Legion Post 54, in immediate past 3rd District commander, and I'm retired Army. Thank you.
Gary Nelson, Commander, All Veterans Color Guard, Red Wing.
Give our vets a hand, please. You guys can stay standing if you want to stand picture.
Thank you.
Pictures will be right there. Thank you.
Hey, Jim, how you doing? Looking good.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.